Good evening, Nofos. How are we all doing?
I'll do.
Good evening.
We're obviously joined this week by Les, Danny, and Wayne from Reaper-1. Say hi, guys.
Hi, Duty.
Evening.
Hello.
Feel free to talk. It is a podcast. Just wave.
Don't be shy.
Oh, I'm still bopping away there to the intro.
I didn't get
to do that though.
I saw 30 seconds and it went live.
It's quite reminiscent to the. I think it's the whatever the new Top Gear is with Clarkson now on Amazon. Grand Tour. It's very similar to that theme.
Grand Tour.
So yeah. Anyway, good evening, Dale, Mark, Terry, and James. Thanks for joining us. So we're going to be doing our meet and greet this week. So we are basically given a chance to meet Reaper-1 and then finding out about you guys a little bit. That's new. We're doing that now.
Privileged to be asked.
Sorry.
So, once Lance has finished his radio segment, if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Just thought I'd ad-lib a little jingle in there for you. You can keep that.
Anyway, do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Can you record that?
Yeah.
I'll let you go first, Les.
Hi, I'm Les.
Evening, Les.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Tell us a little bit. Introduce yourselves. Tell us how you got into Airsoft. Just tell us a little bit about your background. Don't just say hi.
Hello.
So, we both got into Airsoft about 2 years ago. 3 years ago. And it was something that was a relation had put to us about doing it. And we were like, we sacked it off a bit. We were like, nah, it's just stupid. I'm not interested. But then after a while, we thought about it. We looked into it. And then we were like, okay, it's something we can do. So we did. And then as a unit of 3 of us, with me, Danny, and Dow, we got together and put together the team as Reaper-1 and the reasons behind it. And we just thought, well, tattoos and stuff. My thing is I've got a thing for the Reaper and Danny's got that on his arm as well. Dow, I don't know what he's got on his body, but it's everywhere. So we just thought, we just roll with that. And we did. So we just run with that. And then somebody else, one of Danny's mates, Nathan, jumped onto it as well. And then it was 4 of us. And we went to Tactical Airsoft. They were at Fort Leaf by Lombard Roundabout. They had like a storage unit. And then we that was it. We bought the guns and thought, okay, buy it. And the first place we tried was Tactical Warfare. And then from there we progressed and we found another site. We went to Driverwood. Great site. Fantastic for what we was about to walk in. And then from there we just moved on to, we then went on to Dog Tag. And then at Driverwood where we met Wayne and his daughter. And then got meeting with them. Then I became a marshal at Driverwood and Wayne was already a marshal. And Wayne came into the team with his daughter. So, wicked. And then that's how it progressed from there. Hadn't seen my cousin for 20 odd years and then just got in touch with him on Facebook, told him about doing the Airsoft. And he said that he was already involved in it and done it for a number of years. And then he joined the team. So that's how we built the team up from there. So ideally, it is predominantly family, but we are one big family. We are together as one. We do together. We'll go away at weekends and do some drills. We'll practice some stuff. We just have a bit of a social really, and get together because it's really hard. And you guys would know it's a team with Punisher, with Zulu 1-3. To get all your team together can be quite challenging.
Yeah,
and
to say
that's
the least.
What we've done.
It's a bit easier for us because there's a few of us.
So how many of you are there?
10. No.
11.
No.
We're gonna
Throw 14 in the
Not
middle.
many.
There is
Couple of
12.
nuggets.
There is 12, but actually 10 of them are actually active. 2 of them are not really into it. But the actual 10 are the ones that the key parts of it that are involved and stuff like that.
We've seen them at events and that with all of you together, sort of thing, which is cool. Yeah, nice.
So I think the most we've had out at any one point, I think we've had 8. Wayne, would you agree?
Yeah, I think the MilSim that's just been cancelled, I think that was going to be our biggest turnout for us.
That was it. Yeah, that was the one.
Always the way, isn't it? It's always the way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's how it goes, isn't it? Sometimes.
Yes, mate. Yes, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
so
it'll be back soon enough.
Predominantly from there, I started out with a G&G. I think AR
Combat
15,
machine.
I don't know.
G&G,
something like that.
Yeah, M16 combat machine. I know that because I fixed it the other day.
So, yeah. and I've had that gun for 3 years and I've never done anything. I've had the same gun ever since. The only thing that I've bought recently, I bought a VFR Bar 10 G-Spec sniper rifle. Yet again, giving it to Wayne to have a play with, and he's tricked it out a little bit. And I bought what was it, HK 417 Delta? No, just 417. Yeah, that was it. 7.62, not 5.56.
Nice.
So, and that's it. I'm a pistol, and that's all I run with. Predominantly, my M4 and my pistol.
Fair play, mate.
Loadout.
Once you're comfortable with something, though, there's, what's the point in changing it up?
Just before we move on to Danny, I'm just going to read a couple of the comments out because I'm really loving it at the moment. So, Colin Morgan, I'm guessing these are your mates. That Les sounds like a wrong one.
That's absolutely
Matthew
accurate.
says, if Les is as good as Airsoft as he is of Call of Duty, then he'll be shit. And Mike says, Les, if you upgraded it, you...
Oh, started early.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, Les, if you upgraded it, you might actually hit something. So.
Hey, boom, boom.
Oh, hi everyone joining us. So, Danny, do you
Mike Brewer, ever the one full of praise in the comments. Always rely on you, Mike, for a bit of positive feedback.
So how about you, Danny?
Chicken nuggets.
Oh, don't start that.
No, I started off with a new Pro Delta. It's all right. Just wanted something bigger, better. It's got a M4. I think it's like an ICS Warhog or something like that. And then bought the Para 249. That thing just, it's probably my baby. I love it to bits. That's it, really, and a pistol.
What makes the 249, Dan?
Because it's big. That's it.
Yeah,
What make is it off with?
Oh, mate. Oh, shit. What do you like it? Cyber.
Yeah, I think it's
Cyber FNet, something.
Cyber, I can't even remember what it is now. No, FN is what it's based off of. FN Herschel.
Right, okay.
I think it's Cyber Gun, possibly.
Is it the polymer or is it the full metal?
Yeah. Full metal, yeah.
Is it plastic? Oh, I can't even remember. I played with it. I can't remember what it is, Danny, to be fair. And I've had that
Me neither.
thing open.
It's been a month since I got it out. No, it's like, it's a mixture of both, really, to be fair.
Is it just you and Wayne, Dan, that run the support weapons in the team, is it? Or have you got a few of them?
Yeah, no,
it's just
me
us
and
two.
Wayne, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
At the moment,
Usually I don't
think
bother.
some of the guys are just trying to.
I love it.
I think some of the guys in the team are looking. There was a couple of them that are looking at them. I think Terry's one, Dale's one of them. So it would all. I mean, if everyone takes it as a spare gun anyway, it's to run around as a team of 10, 4 249, it could be quite dangerous.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like a team of 10. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you got a minimum of 2 there, so you got 2 fire teams, both of the support gunners. So that's sort of pretty much perfect, really, isn't it? When you think about it, if you can split up into 2, you've got a gunner in each section.
Yeah.
So yeah, spot on, nice. Good stuff. What about yourself then, Wayne? What's your back catalogue?
Here we go.
Not too much really. It's just come across Airsoft middle of 2017. I thought, yeah, fuck it, let's give this a go. Got my daughter involved. We went down, had a go, done the 3 as you do, get your car and stuff. Went out, bought a pile of crap. Took that back, got a better pile of crap. My luck with guns has not been great. But yeah, no, I think I was skirmishing with a big group of people for probably about a year or so, and then I found out about you were MilSimming, Lance. I found through an old school friend of both of ours.
Yeah.
And then while I was marshalling at Driverwood, because I got into Airsoft just because I wanted to do MilSim. I saw that first. I thought that's what I want to do. I love the order of it. I like the way it works. The quality of player that I've come across is phenomenal. Completely different to a Sunday. I still play Sundays, but I've not so much as I used to. Yeah. Like Les said, me and him met at while marshalling at Driverwood. Started playing together, like all of us, and then I jumped on that first MilSim with you guys. Gave them a buzz. Said, "Do you want to jump on?" And that was it. We started. Came up far too heavy, and I had to go home early.
Oh yeah,
Fair play, mate.
That was just embarrassing. Was
that the first event that I met you at?
That was my very first event.
Yeah, because I know we were holed up in one of the huts at like 2 a.m. or something like that, and I fell asleep. And then someone woke me up.
No, that wasn't. That was the second one out, because there was you, me. Okay. Was it Kettles? And then my daughter was in there as well.
Yeah.
She fell asleep with her head on a rifle.
I think we're all falling asleep in there, weren't we?
What event was that then?
I went out. That was the.
Was that when your daughter was your RO for your section?
Yeah.
That's it.
We kept pushing on. All that first day, we just absolutely annihilated the other side all day. It was fantastic.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, one of the better
she
ones.
Absolutely loved it.
Fair play. I suppose it's quite nerve-wracking for her. So obviously she's a bit younger than you, old dinosaurs, bringing into the team. But then at the same time, it's pretty handy having a young set of legs in it to run around.
Yeah, no, she thoroughly enjoyed it. She had no issues with anybody, and like you gave her a bit of advice at the end, and she actually took that on board about like being a bit louder and a bit more confident with the radios.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's all you can do, isn't it? Really.
We only bullied her into it because no one else wanted to do
it. Yeah.
No, fair play. No, that's all good. All good.
What got you guys into MilSims over? Oh, sorry, Danny.
No, go on.
I was going to say, what got you guys into MilSims rather than just sort of skirmishing then?
Yeah, was that sort of like a joint effort, was it? Or
I think, well, it was something that we'd all said. One of the things we've done is, as a team, we've got like a WhatsApp group, and we said about, in fact, I think it was Wayne or Terry that had said about, let's do a MilSim. And then we ummed and ahed about it. And then the first one we did was was it not last year before? It was an Apocalypse, wasn't it, Wayne?
Yeah, it was NATO, Taliban, and Russia.
And Russia, that's it, Russians.
There was 3 teams.
And that's the one you had to go on because Toby was coming.
Oh, of course, yeah. That's when we had a baby inbound and flat tire, didn't we? Or
no,
the second one.
That's the second one.
Flat tire was the next one.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
that's the freeze, didn't it?
Because everyone bugged out that first night, and we had to stay. Yeah, I don't have much luck with that place.
So I think one of the things that we've noticed, well, when we've done the MilSims, exactly what you've been doing over the last 40 plus podcasts you've been doing is about taking kit to MilSims. We can actually we can agree that when we went to the first MilSim, I had a 50 and a 90 litre packed out, carrying it up the hill to the fob. I'm not doing it again.
Especially for your first one. It is such an easy thing to do. But and I've always said it as well. It's like when people say, "Oh, what shall I take for my first event?" It's just like pack what you think you're going to need, and then although 9 times out of 10 you're going to take loads more than what you actually are going to need, you need to do it. So then when you get back, you can sort of dissect your kit and say, "Didn't need that, don't need that, not going to need that next time." Especially if you're doing like a summer or spring event where you don't need to take so much of the wet weather kit or the cold weather kit as well. And then you'll sort of start, then you're sort of progressing and really tailoring your kit to your needs, because they could be what I take and what Wayne takes can be two entirely different things that what we think's important is completely different. You know, so it's very personal to what you take to an event for a weekend. You know, if you're serving, you get issued kit and that's it. You take that and then you just get on with it. But you know, obviously we're not. It's Airsoft, so you can take your few luxuries if you can afford it, and if you can carry it, then that's entirely up to you. You know, but yeah, it's a very personal choice, I think, when it comes to like what kit you take and how you use it, sort of thing.
I mean, I think that when we pack, I don't think we realise that what we're actually packing until we're there, and whether you're in a bash or in a tent or in a hammock and everything's underneath, it's like all of a sudden this kit is just spilled out everywhere. And like, no wonder why people lose things. So therefore, from the first MilSim and then going on, you start to reduce the amount of kit you take, because the stuff that you didn't need the first time, you won't take the next time. And gradually, so everything now for me is compacted into a 50 litre Bergen. And that goes from my sleeping system. I've taken a lot of things out of the NoFo with the hammock, with the basher, and all the information out, the chair, the seating system, what's comfortable, what's not best to buy.
Hey.
So I've taken a lot from it. So there's everything that you've done is what we've all taken from it. I know personally with health issues and mainly my knee, and you know, there's only so much limitation that you can do. So you've got to take medication. One of the main things, hydration. So whereas you're 100%. Taking a big bag, you're now shortening it.
I took a shovel for the first one. Like, what do you need a shovel for?
I don't know. Just need it. I might need
this. I still take a shovel.
Mike takes his shovel for his poo hole.
No, you don't dig a poo hole. That's the shit shovel flick.
Mike needs a fucking
Would you just hover on the shovel and then just flick it away?
Yeah.
Or is it straight to the floor and then flick it with a shovel?
Just gone, isn't it? Haven't got to worry about digging a hole then.
Sorry. Aim's a bit off today.
I say so. Sorry.
So you guys said earlier something about drills. What sort of like, because that sounds remarkably like training and like, you know, spending time with each other and getting used to how each other moves.
Yeah, because we've done loads of that as a team.
So so what we've done before is, like Les said, we've gone away. As the first one we did, there was only 4 of us. It was Danny, Les, Terry, and myself, and we went away and the entire site to play with all of us on our own. So we just made up little games, and then we ended up doing little bits like that, like little drills that way, and maybe if we change this, we can do that, and we ended up a few times we've actually used, without really realising it too much, what we do, because we are a small group compared to a lot of teams. Like with you guys, when I've played with you guys before, I can't understand half the stuff you lot are going on about, because you're doing all this, that, and the other, and it just goes straight over my bald head. Whereas we don't talk. Like, we might have a couple of lines. Yeah, Danny and his tea. like when we were at Octo, and on Sunday morning at Octo, we went out on a patrol, and we were walking around, and then we heard you lot having a tear up with the TF group. So we thought, we'll have a go at this. We started creeping through. So we're having to cross a couple of roads, and it's just look at each other, and we have our own little hand signals that we use. And that's what we were. We were moving in pairs. It was just the 4 of us moving in pairs. We crept up on 2 snipers. Turned out they were on with us, not against us. Shot me though, bastards. And then we just bowled straight into the field. All 4 of us come out the tree line. It was one of the best things I've ever done in Airsoft. All 4 of us just bowled out this tree line. I saw Mr. Wanstall running down like an absolute whippet down the side of this opposite us. and all 4 of us just come out, spread out. All 4 of us jumped on to a TF guy that we saw down on the ground, medicked him if we could, got up, moved on, all the time firing at you lot. I was like, it's just, we just did that. We didn't really need to communicate that, like no hand signals, no real radio communications, just through little bits that we've done. Don't go into like the heavy training kind of stuff. It's like you need to do this in order to do that. It's just what we work out as we're playing.
Exactly, mate. Yes, what's comfortable for your team, how far you want to take it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like some of the things we like. We're a small team. We haven't done a great deal.
Yeah.
But what we have done, I'm proud of the few bits and pieces we've done. Just like the second MilSim, when we woke up, we got kicking the tent from Lance, going get up and get out. I need clear stockade, then fuel dump, and then go and check out the village. The house was really ready to go, so off we went. We went across. We cleared out the stockade. We moved, cleared out the fuel dump. We got to the village. We got eyes on. We had a little bit of a tussle. Just as we were starting to fade away, because they started reinforcing, the rest of you bowled up and come in and supported the rest of us. Absolutely fantastic. Just little things like that.
Sorry about the early call. It was pretty early, I must admit. You look so happy to see my boot coming at the side of your basher, Wayne, I must admit. Wayne, get up! Oh,
that's right. We got my own back at Imperium the other week, or the other month.
Yeah.
We were all standing outside your tent, shouting at you.
Oh, don't. I needed that. That was a long night, and the knee was hurting.
I'm not the only one that's got a bad knee.
I think I caught it from you, Les, if I'm honest.
Lance.
Very good.
Let's move on from the clap. I'm going to cut it into the comments for a sec, because I know Dale and a couple of your other guys that are on your team have been chipping in with stuff as well. So Dale said, might I add, we've taken a lot of advice pre-events and after to adjust kit and priorities each time we go. As of now, we are now packing less and less. I would say that if you've not done one of these kind of events, go for it. Give it a shot and learn as you go. Take the advice and you'll find out you were doing the same each time after. I'm sorry, my internet keeps cutting out. Same time after reducing your kit load. So,
absolutely, mate. That's it. Yeah, each event you go to, you'll reduce or you'll minus something out to be replaced with something else that you didn't need, that you didn't have but you needed. So, yeah, it's all bits and bobs like that. It's always changing, and obviously you change with the seasons as well. The wicked summer we've had so far. Woo! We're always moving into autumn now. Do you know what I mean? So the kit's going to be starting to get readjusted already. Bits and bobs like that. So.
Terry says, apparently you guys try not to complicate things. That's always good.
Big Tell, the man.
No, that's a good point. Because one of the things, unicorn. When we're together and we do our own little thing, it's one of the things that we actually do. We try not to overcomplicate anything, and then we practice, like if when we're at APOC, we're doing the house clearance, like the village and that. Excuse me. We talk about what we're going to do. We then try it 1, 2, or 3. And then afterwards have a bit of a debrief, say, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? What could we have done better? So we make sure we try and do as we can to make it simple to everybody that understands the idea of what we're going to do. Yeah,
that's fair enough. And so with the team then, boys, have you got like a bit of is there a bit of a hierarchy, or is it just a bit of a sergeant's mess meeting and you all chip in and it's all ideas are on the table and you sort of come to an agreement as a group, or is it sort of like set in stone? You got the grand fromage or the big cheese at the top.
One of the things that we don't have we don't have a leader as such. The idea is we open it up to everybody, and if we're going away, I mean, don't get me wrong, the TLs that we've had on the MilSims been brilliant. We've had Wayne and we've had Terry, absolutely fantastic, to lead the team. Even when we've done skirmishes, the same thing. We're all on comms, and we all talk to each other. We're going to go around the left flank, around the right flank. We're going to meet in the middle, sort of thing. So we talk to each other, but we don't actually have a hierarchy as such. We just voice. Everyone is just one voice. Is what I say. We are as one voice.
Yeah, no, fair play. No.
Agree with that, Wayne?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, no one person is higher than anybody else. So yeah, like Les says, everybody's idea matters, and if somebody wants to lead the group out, then they can go lead them out. If somebody wants to change halfway through an event, it's a bit easier for us to be able to do that. So we can easily adapt to what we know, because we all do the same. We can all do pretty much anything within the team. That's of course.
So with that being said, then, so like, do you all try and sort of stick to like a specific loadout as a team, so you've got the same sort of look all across the board?
I was just going to ask the exact same question.
Sorry.
Damn it. Fine, you have it, go on.
Thanks. Like I said before, I was really interrupted by Mike. I'll repeat it. so across the board, then, would you boys? I'll get a water sprayer out again in a minute. Like mini me. So with your loadouts, then, would you be like across the board? Would it be like we've got this event coming this weekend, guys? This is the loadout, or this is like sort of you're all back for the weekend. We're all going to be rocking webbing, or we're all going to be plate carriers and battle belts, or whatever you're doing. Is there individual, whatever you want to wear is what you wear, sort of thing?
We did try that on our first one, because out of all of us, I was probably the most prepared for it, like kit wise, because I had a lot, because I've been skirmishing a lot longer than these guys. So they all went out and got Ospreys, because I had one, so they all went out and got them. They got all the MTP kit, all the pouches, this, that, and we all rocked out looking pretty much the same.
Nice.
Yeah, afterwards, we all changed. We don't tend to do that now. Like as you know, I tend to rock webbing quite a lot now, because I find it a lot more comfortable.
You love a
and
belt,
I can move easier with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do love it.
Oh,
I can get everything I need in that.
That sounded a bit pervy.
Especially me PLCE. I love that thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Danny likes you like your chest rigs, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, but I like my mini rig as well. The Helicon mini rig. That thing absolutely slaps.
Fair play, nice. Is that a proper light loadout then?
Yeah, nice. It's perfect for an LMG, because even though you obviously stick 4 M4 mags in it, but you don't have to obviously run in the LMG, but you can have like your lights and all your bits and bobs in it, like normal. And it's just,
I think with regards to loadouts, we look at the event. If we're doing a skirmish day, then again we'll all be in the chat and we're saying what we're going to wear. We're going to wear MTP, or we're going to do DPM, or we wear like a woodlands, woodland. So some people have got woodland, some people have got DPM. Kind of the colour itself kind of matches.
Can't go wrong with DPM.
No, you can't. But whenever we've done a MilSim, we've all run as MTP, which is what the uniform is. Which is what the uniform is required for it.
Yeah, that's a fair one. I mean, you're sort of governed by the rules set of the event as well.
We've got a fun one. Yeah, well, we've got a good one coming up in December. We're doing the Goose Green, the Falklands campaign in Wales, and we're all getting ready for kitting out for that. So the idea of that is like DPM, Northern Ireland boots, beanie hats, old 95. What do you call it? 95 kit, 58 webbing. So as you would look at how the guys went out in the Falklands, what uniform they wear, one of the things is that we've got it's done by Free Para, I believe, the organisation, and they want it to be run as Goose Green. So we're looking at most of the 6 of the team going down there in the minibus, and we've got the prep for that is about, you don't have to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I mean, the kit is expensive. Very expensive.
It is very inexpensive for that sort of era. Yeah, definitely for the mid '80s sort of stuff, or early '80s, should I say?
It just looks so good as well. Like DPM, cannot go wrong with it at all.
I like it. There's that image of I think it's the Marines patrolling. They've got the Union flag on the aerial, and they're patrolling down the road in a photo. They've got the woodland, the DPM smock, and they've got the OD green lightweight trousers on it, mate. you know what I mean? It's that mixture of like
Yeah.
the solid green bottoms with the
Yeah.
with the DPM top, sort of like a, you know, sort of sticks in your mind, that sort of image. That's a cool look. Yeah, no, I like
Is that
that.
the
Good
Falklands
idea.
Well, that's kind
Yeah,
of
that's the
brief.
Falklands shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the brief for that weekend. Wayne actually went out and bought to fill out to complete his loadout. Not the
There we go.
SLR. That's it.
Oh yeah, I did buy the SLR. Yeah.
You had some problems with that,
exactly.
Rain, did you not?
Oh, it was because I've always wanted it just because of what it is, and I bought it a little while ago, the full wood version, so it was the older version.
Yeah, nice.
And I got it out of the box. Thought, yeah, this is banging. It's heavy. It's long. Loaded it up. Thought, yeah, I'll give this a test. It was shit. Absolute pile of junk. The hop unit
That's
inside was
disappointing.
wobbling about. You couldn't tighten it. And there was, for something that's actually classed as a DMR out the box, I was lucky to get 20 foot out of it.
Really?
Like, yeah.
And following that, I mean, did you research it beforehand, or was that I mean, after the purchase, did you look into it and sort of find a lot of other people had the same issues, or did you sort of?
I'd been looking into it for about 2 years by that point. When I bought it, I'd already been looking at them for 2 years, and the old version had a lot of, you had mix match. Most of it was negative, but then every now and again you'd get a good one. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to leave it, see if they update it. Then I found out they'd updated it, thinking, oh yeah, all right, they fixed the problems. Yeah, they haven't fixed any of the problems. But then I've spoken to a few people.
There's definitely a quality issue there still. Then.
Yeah, it's the I can't remember. It's King Arms used to do one. It's quite difficult to get them now, but they're the better one if you can get one. The Aries one is unreliable from my point of view.
No, that's fair enough, mate. No, you say you bought it, you used it and tried it, and you know that's a fair comment. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not worth the £600 you pay for it.
Well, when you spend a lot of money on a gun, you expect to get the value for money, and what it says on the tin, you're meant to get out of it. But when you spend that amount of money on a gun, it's just got to go back.
This is it, mate. Yeah, you know, this is the cauldron you end up going into, isn't it? When you buy a rifle, and it's the money you have to then spend on it afterwards to get it to do what you want it to do. And by rights, if you spent that amount of money, should it not be doing it as soon as it comes out the box? I think yes. You know, but there we go. That's the.
Well, yeah, if they're
that's the
advertising it like that, then yeah, it should be.
Exactly that. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why I like to make things.
Like your mortar. That's very impressive.
So you have got.
Yeah, especially the new one.
Is that the new one with the video you've posted?
Yes.
I'm back now. I was just going to say, I do like the new mortar that you guys are rocking. So how many of those have you got in your team now?
2.
So
We got the new one, which I posted the video of, which is that's an 800mm tube. It's just a scaffold tube that I've cleaned out inside. I love that thing. It's the noise that it makes on that video is.
That was
just
a very interesting noise.
YouTube is watching. This is not a weapon. This is just a
one,
mortar.
No, it's a toilet. It's just some scrap I found at work.
It's just scaffolding.
next to it,
It's just a scaffold tube. Yeah, Wayne, see, I'm interested in that because the noise that makes, I've never heard that come out of a mortar before, out of a tube or one of the shoulder-mounted things that are out there.
No, nor have I. But it sounds good, doesn't it?
It almost sounds like it's a loud bang, but it's almost got that zip of a suppressor, sort of like, you know. Do you know what I mean? It was I was like, how has he done that?
You're not the first person to say that. I don't know. I haven't even got it up here, to be fair. So I couldn't tell you. I don't know what I've done to. Maybe it's the paint that I put inside setting fire. I don't know.
Yeah, no, fair. And is that essentially a scaffold tube?
Yeah, it's just a scaffold tube with. Now, what did I put on the bottom of that one? That's got a shock absorber off of a lorry bolted onto the bottom to give it its hinge, and then I just made a base plate for it, and then just found an old road sign and cut that up for the front legs.
Fair play. Can't go wrong.
Magical what?
Yeah, well, let's leave it at that, shall we? I think that's good enough.
Leave it at that.
That's quite
we're
tame for Terry.
So, gents, we had a question from Mike Brewer. Question for Reaper: would you guys consider doing another Octo, either as JTF or one of the Op4 factions?
There's
Don't
Danny.
answer it
Go
once, will you?
first.
I wouldn't mind, potentially. It doesn't bother me.
No.
Well, I mean, not overly enthusiastic then.
For me,
I would.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, yeah, I would. I would do another one, but I wouldn't go
Don't get me wrong.
on the. Sorry, listen.
Is it?
No. Go on, mate. Go on, mate.
Yeah, no, I'll never do that again. I'll do another one, and I would go either JTF or I would go PMC, like what you guys have done. I wouldn't go for the in-between faction. I wouldn't do that again. We've done it. We tried it.
I'd agree with Wayne. I'd do that, but that's it. No, but that's
just
my
mix
view.
it up with some new experience and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but great weekend.
Yeah, well,
Great weekend. Great social.
Yeah, no, it was good. We
However
met
many
some brilliant
guys were
people.
there. Fantastic weekend. And I've got to say a shout out to the barbecue man, because them ribs were banging. I don't know who the guy was that cooked them, but my God, they were unbelievable.
no, it's better salad, man. They want fingers.
No. Oh, that's what his nickname is, isn't it? Fingers.
Salad fingers.
Salad fingers. That's a very disturbing series of videos on YouTube if anyone watches them.
The salad man.
You actually go on YouTube and type in salad fingers. It's what you think.
Mike says, "Come on, JTF, Les. He'll look after you."
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mr.
Is
Brew's
that
got
Mike with the glasses, Mike Brewer?
Yeah,
Mike Brewer.
Mm.
I don't know who he is.
We do.
you know, Mike. He's the one that Mike Fraser, Mike in the Mofo Mike stood in front of him in the Mark 5 and dropped it at his feet.
No, I know. No,
Take
fair
me.
play. Yeah, but Mike Brewer, what a great man. He's a lovely fella.
Yeah, he's a lovely geezer, in.
He's a proper
Hold
geezer.
tight, Mike.
That's it. And he's got his double
And we both share a
duvet,
common
double
interest.
duvet DOS
I
bag.
don't
You can
know
jump in there as well. He loves that.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
I love rusty spoons. That's it, Ray. You know it, mate. Oh, don't.
No, NHS.
Mike says, "Fucking LAS, dude, you
What's
know."
wrong with Calm down, Mike. Mike, think of your health.
Oh, right. Okay, so fucking internet.
Welcome back,
Sorry, I'm
Mike.
back.
There we go.
Let's jump into sort of what makes a good event for you guys. Like what do you see or take from an event? You go, that was a good one. Enjoyed that.
Random
I think
moments.
the effort for me, the effort that's gone into the event.
Even the people, to be fair. Just the people that are there.
Yeah,
They could say if the event could be shit, and it's the people that make it. You know what I mean?
100% with that.
And then you meet some town people, and you're like, oh yeah, he was decent gigs, that guy.
And it's also that I think what the event's made of is what's gone into it and what you can take from it. You know, everybody moans about the engagement distances, the I shot you, you shot me. No, you know, it's not a skirmish. You know, if you hit, you hit, put your hand up. But one of the things I love about Octo, to be fair, on that weekend, when you hit, play dead, like fucking scream, holler. The amount of people that were rolling around on the floor, screaming, hollering. That was quite
I got
enjoyable
right into that.
to have that. So, you know, and stuff like that. So for me, stuff like that, what I can take from the weekend is what I look at other people, but I look at who's leading the pack. And the alpha male leading the pack has done a fantastic job that weekend, and I take my hat off to because all the MilSims that I've done that he's been on, he's run it wicked.
100%.
So I've got to back the man for that, and he makes the weekend for me.
And he looks after me. You fucking didn't.
No, he just gives me the
Good
clap.
old mother hen over there, boy.
Lance just gives me the clap when I'm being manhandled.
picked me up. Where was you when I was on the floor?
You need to be on the floor.
He come and wipe my ass.
I've renamed. I've actually that hill that goes down to the Moonshine Hut now. I've actually renamed that Hans Hill.
Yeah. Mark, check your bait. There's the score in it.
How about you, Wayne?
Yeah, I agree with the boys there. Probably on top of that it's the random things that completely unplanned. Like again, like going back to the Octo thing, the last hour of the end of the day, last day, when it all the whole thing went all over the place. The amount of people
that was so thick.
That was great. Just, the timing on that, the way it happened in the end, like with you guys going one side and our guys on the other side, there was no planning in it. It just happened. And the amount of even the JTF guys that were on the receiving end of all of that chaos, they loved it. Everybody that was there loved that, what happened, even if it wasn't supposed to happen.
But the trouble is, we lost comms with you guys, so we were just sort of like we patrolled down past that French fort, the French compound bit, what it was called, and then sort of hook left and come in towards the Tizzit village from towards like the rear left hand corner, if you like. And it was only by blind luck that we arrived just as you was getting marched into the town centre, and then we heard the explosion. And then we just sort of like come out the bushes like hell for leather, like raw.
So to give people that obviously weren't there an idea of what happened, so there was.
That's right, Terry missed it because he was on the toilet.
There was a three-pronged attack on the. There was a three-pronged attack on sort of the JTF, sort of NATO Blue Force side, from the PMC and rebels from the OP4, sort of civilian forces. We, myself and James, kind of went in as suicide bombers to try and sort of take out as many as we could, dropping grenades and sort of wildly slashing our plastic knives. We took a few out, and then as soon as we hit the deck, literally all we heard was the rest of the PMC guys, led by Lance, coming streaming out the tree line, just shooting from one side. Wayne, Les, and Danny and the boys were all coming out the other side, and it was beautiful to watch this going down. And it was, I mean, I know it wasn't, to be fair to the organisers, it wasn't ideal within their storyline, but it was proper pucker. And I don't think there was anyone that left that field that day except for Terry, that didn't go. That was ace.
we all left the field with smiles on our faces. Terry walked back on the field having had a dump, and that was
Terry still had a smile.
Yeah. He just walked out very proud of himself. That was good. What have I missed?
Bye. It was funny because when Terry came down, I jumped out because I was sorting kit out. And as I heard that the battle was commenced, I just heard it was commenced, I went, trying to get down as quick as I can. When I got down there, I heard Terry go, "What did I miss?"
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
And 2 stone lighter, apparently.
Then Biscuits Brown finally gave the ghost up and he had to use the toilet.
Right, eating a pack and then you ain't going to the toilet for a week.
That's it, yeah. There's
only
so much they hold back, though. Let's be honest, there's only so much they hold back.
In fact, when you've had them biscuits, you need a mate like Mark Brewer to help you to relieve yourself. Because you'll be calling 999.
Exactly, yeah. Just an emergency suppository kit on hand.
I've got a tool for that in my kit bag.
So have I, actually. It's got my paracord wrapped around it.
Hey!
I would like to say, every time I've been playing with these boys, and I've ended up getting captured or just hanging out with them for any particular reason, we're always. I don't feel like I share as much as I should now because you guys are just massively overwhelmed me on this. But it's just it's pancakes filled with chocolate and like fruit boxes and chews and all sorts. It's just fucking immense. But there's me with my little bag of hard-boiled sweets that I normally take around, like, you know, would you like one? And then I'm getting top shot by Danny, just like, yeah, jelly fruit.
Yeah, jelly. Love a bit of jelly.
I love jelly.
So
and chicken nuggets.
And it's sugar nuggets.
Thank you very much.
As a MilSim team, you obviously play together fairly regularly. So you will probably see a lot of kind of newer players. What 3 pieces of advice would you give someone new that you kind of see maybe common mistakes?
Don't do it again. Don't do it again, and don't do it again.
Good one, Les.
I don't know.
Wipe the bum on the back.
Danny bitch slapping for me earlier.
Well, I mean, what would you say, Wayne?
I'd say, like, because on most events you get like the Facebook forum like groups, don't you, beforehand, that you join and discuss things with the rest of your team. I'd say probably ask questions. If you're not sure, ask.
100%.
Some people have been doing this a long time. Like, you guys have been doing it a lot longer than what we have. We've learned a lot from you from asking questions, whether you've got annoyed with us doing that or not. But we've asked, you've responded, we've learned from that. Like, if someone gives you a bit of advice, just listen to it. Just listen to it. Take it on board. If you use it, good. If you don't ask it again.
That's why I disappear under my basher in my hammock sometimes. I just sit there and I hear Lance. I go, oh. Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all. Mate, exactly the same. Exactly the same with the like apprentices at work where I'm working. And we'll get I'll say that I don't care how many times you ask me the same question. Just if you're not sure, ask the question. You know what I mean? I'd rather you ask me the same question 50 times and get it right than try and get away with not asking the question and then completely cock it up for yourself. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, always ask questions.
There's that old saying: there isn't such a thing as a stupid question.
Mm.
At the end of the day, you're asked a question and learn from it. Learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely,
and
mate.
Try
Absolutely.
and figure out what you've done wrong this weekend, what you can make right for the next time.
100%, mate. 100%.
Yeah, so something I found on the events that I've done is there's no shortage of someone that will give you a hand. If you need a bit of help, someone will give you the words you need or the physical help you need. Just ask. We're not horrible people. Vast majority of people aren't nasty. We're all there to do the same thing: play with toys, get dirty, and blow things up.
Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful.
No, that's you.
When you say it like that, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Do like explosives.
Pyro does make an event. Pyro and machine guns.
Pyro and machine guns.
Oh mate, love it. I'll tell you what, that last one, that last MilSim, was it not the last one, the one before, where we had to, on the Sunday morning, I think we had to clear up the stage, and then we just surrounded it and just fucking Mark fired some smoke in the compound and just tried to take everybody out.
Wonderful.
Do you not remember that? Wait,
What was that second? The one before last?
Is that the one Taylor was on?
was that the second one?
No,
Yes.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
the first
What,
one.
where you had the
Because
Mark
you,
II?
Lance, that was the one with the Russians. Lance, you were off with your guys
That's it.
capturing a point, and some of the
Oh, okay.
Op 14
Right,
had got into the stockade, so
Right.
we just lined up, it was nade after
Yeah.
nade after nade. It turned out there was only 3 of them.
Well, that's it. Yeah, got to be sure though,
Terry's
isn't it?
one-man army, mate. That was fucking epic.
Yeah, Terry's
Dan's
one man
Oh,
army.
the one man.
Brilliant.
Yes, I heard about this.
Fucking absolute. I had to stop just to watch this geezer fucking absolutely have it out with these other dons. It was mad. Absolutely
So go on then.
mad. Me and Dan.
Go on in, Dan. Regale us the story, mate.
It just went bang, 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 bang through the trench. Popped out. La, 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 la. Yeah, it went off. It went off. Me and Dan were standing there like, go on, son. Go on, son. Back it in. It went off. It just went off.
I think you.
Danny's the storyteller of the group.
Yeah. I think I just about got the gist of that story. I don't know.
Oh mate,
Sorry. When you meet us, we'll tell it.
I can see it. I can tell it means a lot to you, that story, Dan. I really can.
Just the excitement. It's just the way this geezer absolutely slid on his knees through the trench. Pat, 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 pat. It was all going off. All going off. Amazing.
And that is why Terry is the leg end of Reaper-1.
you know what funny thing about it was just before Dave Stratton left that weekend, he made him the medal.
Oh, that was for the medal, right? Okay, I'm with you now. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And there's a video going about apparently with you caught with your trousers down, Lance. I don't know about
It was
that.
the same one he gave him to the medal. Yeah. He had his
Yeah,
old
probably.
Scotch eggs out. Fair enough.
That's it. Yeah, I was probably cooling the gooch down probably after a patrol. Yeah, fair play.
So, in terms of you guys, I was just going to try and bring it back round to a topic of conversation. In terms of like your kind of camping setup, what do you guys opt for sort of camping?
Yeah, so you sort of go-to setups for your
Like
shelters and
tents,
stuff like that.
bashers, hammocks.
I've always used a basher and a DOS bag, but now I've gone into a hammock. Best night of sleep I've had on a MilSim.
Not till you fell out, anyway.
Yeah, it's all right. I had my back protection.
Yeah, I remember.
For me,
You're right.
for me, we
Yeah.
At least I
For
come
me,
and checked
it's
on you,
always
Dan.
been-
Your old man just stayed in his chair. He didn't even fucking.
You know what I
He
mean?
didn't even
Thanks,
flinch.
my friend, I love you.
Les, I'm assuming you know Colin.
can I just
That's
say,
his camp.
so these are my pals I play online with. Call of Duty. There's like these are the Wolverhampton Wanderers. These boys. So
Okay,
yeah,
fair
so
play.
they're
Welcome along,
okay.
boys.
So is Les one of those as well? Les loves Lee. Les loves to mouth to mouth.
Les is king of campers.
See, what did I say to you at the start of the chat?
Anyway, yeah, sorry. We'll get back to where we were talking about.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. So you've moved into the world of hammocks, mate.
Yeah. I've moved into the world of hammocks, and it's amazing until I fell on my arse. That's it.
So for me, I started off with bashing, and then I moved into a tent, and then I thought, well, watching the NoFo and the kit that's needed and everything else, the last MilSim, watching everyone set up their hammocks, I thought, do you know what? I can only but try. So I made the jump to a hammock. I haven't tried it out yet. I got a mate of mine who's going to sort me out. Like, he knows a little place where he could take me in the woods and show me his hands and how to use the hammock.
Sausage.
Oh right. Yeah. I didn't know I'd signed up for all that. But yeah, fair play. I'm going for anything, me, mate. Yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, sign me up. I'll do anything. I don't give a fuck.
How about you? How about you, Wayne?
Sorry. I started out with bashers. I've got quite an oversized basher. I think mine's a 3x3 meter, which I use. A couple of times I've gone through the tents, depending on what weekend it is. If it's like Octo, I opted for the tent just because that was just a lot easier. But most of the time, I just go out of bashers. I've got a NATO, an old NATO poncho, which I use as a ground sheet, and then this bad boy, thanks to NoFo, which is my little sleeping bag.
Oh,
Love
the old
that
jungle
thing.
sleep mat.
Absolutely.
There's a
Yeah.
jungle sleep mat. Is that the snug pack?
Brilliant.
Yes, mate. I took the recommendation, got it. Absolutely spot on.
Fair
Love
play.
it.
That's a good little bit of kit. And like I said, you can use it as a liner then for season 3. Just chuck the jungle bag inside it. You got like a season 4 then, which is that's what I used at the Octo when it was -5 or 6, and I literally had me snug pack base camp extreme with the jungle bag that you've got there inside it as a liner, mate. Just perfect. And the heat, me gas heater that didn't work.
And gas heater.
Gas heater didn't work. I brought it along, so, oh, this is going to be wicked. Yeah, lovely. Put it on. And literally went, and I was like, I think it's a bit too cold for the heater. I was like, that's all right, Bash, carry on regardless, we'll be all right. And I was actually, to be fair, I was proper toasty in that setup, so that was wicked. And that was just on the floor.
See, I was in a full tent for that one. My sleeping bag broke and literally froze all night long.
Didn't you have like 3 hours kit with like you're just one leg exposed to the elements?
Yeah, I actually woke up with a numb leg. It's horrific.
Should have come and jacked him with me, mate. You've been all right. I'd have warmed your leg up for
I don't think I could have jumped up anywhere. My leg was so frigging numb from the ice. Like,
I'm sure that was your leg.
That was something else, that one.
Yeah, it was a bit brisk that night. I wasn't expecting it either. I mean, I checked the weather and I thought it was going to drop. But yeah, when I checked the old thermometer, I was like, ooh, -5.
Coming out of frost on your beard.
That'd do. Yeah, I had a frosty chin. Yeah. Weird thing was, I woke up with Dan stood over me. I was like, "Is that frost? What is that?"
I think he was defrosting you.
Yeah. I'm not your. I am not your drip tray. All right.
So
I'm
you guys for Reaper-1. I'm just gonna move you on. For you guys for Reaper-1, what sort of events have you got coming up that you're sort of booked into? So like, if anyone might bump into you in the next few months.
The only thing we've got coming up is the Goose Green.
Yeah, that's it. Really.
That's it. It's the only one we've got coming up.
Which is
And whereabouts is that, Les, and who's hosting it? Like?
Wayne, you got the info on that?
Yeah, it's being hosted by Frontline Events. I can't remember the Pathfinder Airsoft in Southern Wales.
Right.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be wet, and we've now found out there's a chance it's going to be snowy as well.
Well, you've got all the elements then, haven't you?
Sorry. You forgot. You didn't mention that in the chat.
Site itself. Well, you didn't ask. But the images we've seen of the site, it is like someone has taken a section of the Falkland Islands and just plonked it in South Wales. It really does
accurate,
look.
Is it?
It looks amazing, and it's just the field that they play it like this. The site runs anyway. But yeah, it's ideal for what we're going to be doing. And of course, we're playing a British, so we're going to be on the move, hopefully all the time. Hence the new mortar.
Lovely stuff, mate. That sounds cool. And what was it, Wayne? What was the name of the site again?
It's Pathfinder.
Pathfinder
Airsoft, as far as I can remember.
Frontline event.
Frontline's the organizer.
Okay.
Yeah, which
if
they
do
a lot of period stuff.
Under the Battle of Goose Green.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll certainly look into that, chaps. And that sounds very interesting. That does. Wicked.
Yeah, it's just one of those niche things.
Do what, Liz?
Other than the MilSim that we would have been in September, unfortunately, that's all we've got really going out at the moment, which is December. But we don't know what's going to happen between now and then. Whether
I wouldn't mind doing another Imperium though. Imperium's fucking wicked side.
That was a good event. Yeah, that one. The SEO MilSim that I attended at Imperium was very good. Yeah, and obviously Wayne, of course, as well. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that.
Not running up hills with a mortar tube and a machine gun.
We absolutely had it off up there, didn't we, Wayne? In the bush.
Oh,
wallop! Oi, oi.
Yeah, we've had some good fun up there. It's good. I love that site, and the guys up there, they're just a good bunch that run the place.
Yeah, sound. Yeah,
up at Imperium.
All good.
We need to all get together at some point just to get the mortars all going all at the same time.
Yeah, well, we got to say we got two, didn't we, Wayne? We got that video of the two of us. Can we do it?
Well, you've got
all of them.
Lance, you've got two, don't you? I've got
two. You've got one.
If Wayne's got two as well, you can have like a proper little
barrage. That would be epic.
Yes,
that would be an expensive barrage.
Yeah, £35 every go.
I'll do it. I'll be up for that. Fuck it, why not?
I think what was it? Where after you and me dropped those 2 rounds, and I moved off to the side to try and get a better angle. I had Kettles sitting over my left-hand shoulder, watching. I dropped one. He goes, "Yeah, that's good. Just drop them there." So I dropped 7 rounds within about 10, 15 seconds. That was epic. None of them where I wanted to, but it was epic.
That's it. Yeah. don't really care where they go. It's just brilliant fun. Yeah, no, good stuff. Good stuff.
So I'll just jump into the chat. James, a bit of love from James. We shielded, bro. This is talking about the Octo. Bumped into Wayne Sunday, told him to get you boys to hit me up next time you're out. Would be great to get a game with you guys. So
definitely will do.
Love you
Yeah,
there.
he was brilliant at the Octo.
No, he was.
He was blessed at the Octo weekend. He's a lovely fella as well.
And he also got blamed for that Octo weekend. We didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they thought it was. They thought it was Ginge that started the insurrection of the Tizzy forces.
Oh yes, yeah, the revolution. The unscripted revolution that occurred. Yeah, I did hear.
So while there's a few more comments coming in, while there's a few more questions, if anyone else wants to ask these guys anything, what are your guys' socials so they people can find you?
Well, we've got the Reaper-1 Facebook page, which is literally just Reaper-1 Airsoft.
My phone's died. And Instagram. And Reaper-1. Yeah, Reaper-1.
On Insta.
Reaper-1.
Instagram.
Reaper-1.
It's Reaper_1_Airsoft. There you go.
Reaper-1.
There we go. I knew it was coming.
Mike.
That's right. I've got you guys covered. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, man.
No worries. Oh, yeah, go and give those guys a follow.
Yeah, a bunch of generals.
We're good at this, aren't we?
We're brilliant on the field.
Oh, that's big-headed. So last few quick-fire questions. If we just take it in turns, we'll go Les, Danny, Wayne. What's the best thing about Airsoft for you?
Chicken nugget.
Got to explain.
I don't know.
Best thing.
Just having a laugh, innit? With your mates, going out with a couple of guys, throwing pyro. You know what I mean? Just general fun. And it's what people make it.
Yeah, no, I agree
And
with that. Like going out, seeing your mates, meeting new people.
What's the worst thing?
Shooting people. Being allowed to shoot people. Worst thing. For me at the moment, the worst thing is mortars.
What, how expensive they are?
No. Shoulder mounted.
Oh, I see. Right,
okay, yeah.
That's fair.
People
One.
that use mortars on their shoulders. I find that so dangerous. And a lot of sites I've seen are starting to people do it as well. But they're not light. These I've got one here. These things are not light. Well, they are light, but they're not.
This is not a light.
They're solid. You know what I mean? They're not.
Yeah.
They're not soft. They're gonna hurt, and especially if you've got one coming at you direct fire. I find that so dangerous, and so many more people are doing it at the moment. Yeah, for me, that's probably the worst thing at the moment, really.
Yeah, I don't know where it all stands with being able to use them, sort of in that manner. Do you know what I mean? It all comes down to insurances and stuff like that. You know, if a site's got that insurance which covers them for that, then that's it's pretty much fair enough, isn't it? Whatever. But yeah, no, I completely get what you're saying, mate. Yeah, completely agree with that.
If it goes up and comes down near you, then that's fine. But when it's aimed, it's like you're being shot with a rifle. Because it's there. It's like having your own RPG, which is basically what it is.
Yeah.
But by it being
elevated,
it could go anywhere. You don't see
Yeah,
someone
that's
with a
why
box
I'm
of
modifying
fire
mine.
light the fuse and they shoot everybody.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I take that out slightly because I modify mine.
Well, they are, aren't they? They're an aerial. They're sort of like an area spread, aren't they? There's an area of effect for them.
Yeah.
You know, they're not a pinpoint sort of accurate weapon. I mean, I'm guessing in sort of the real world and the airsoft world. You know what I mean? It's to go up, lob over a building onto the other side, or a barricade or some description, blah blah blah. But travelling and copping one in the side of the bonce, yeah, I wouldn't really be too happy about that. But there we go.
No.
You know.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Yeah, it's a good one. Good shout.
for me, the positive to get out of it is I get the enjoyment, I get to run around with friends and family, I spend time with my boy, and it's just about meeting new people. The things I don't like, and I'm not knocking anybody on any site, but when you get the briefing from the site and it's not explained clearly enough, we've gone to many sites where they're giving their briefing, and after it, you're still asking questions. Sorry, I don't understand. They should make it a little bit more clearer. And you feel like a dick having to say, sorry, can you explain that? When you've got 100 players standing, you're thinking, well, yeah, it's a good point, but no one's ballsy enough to ask the question. I just think that the briefing
it would be nice. I mean, one thing
more...
for me with you saying that, Les, there, it'd be quite good if a lot of sites got websites now. It'd be nice if they actually had like a video sort of briefing that you could, almost like you could go onto the website, you could watch a video and say, welcome to the site, and give you a bit of a tour of like, this is the facilities we got, these are the rule sets, this is what we usually do. They'll obviously still give you a safety briefing on the day, but it preps someone for attending the site for the first time, like for Driverwood or Apocalypse or Combat South or wherever it is you're going. If you could have like an online sort of briefing to say, this is the site, this is the layout, blah blah blah, a general sort of briefing as to this is how we run our games, marshalling, rule sets and things like that, and then it's not left on the shoulders of the guy on the day to give this huge briefing of everything. You know, he can concentrate on the safety side of it, the safety aspects, and then actually the game taskings themselves. Everyone
sometimes
knows.
Really some of these briefs, some of these people are winging it, and it's not fair. You know, you pay good money to enjoy the day, and just make it clear, explain, go into detail. Even when we get to an objective and the DS says, right, this is your objective, make that clear, because you've got future airsofters that are rentals, and they're there to see whether they want to take up the hobby. And again, it's about promoting everything in what you do. Just because someone turns up to buy a rental and someone turns up with £1,000 worth of gear, that may, both of them people may be their first time at that site. Make it to bring them back, to entice them to bring them back.
Yeah, 100%, mate. That's a valid point, mate. Fair play. That's a good show.
What about you, Danny?
Sorry.
What do you like about life at Airsoft?
Airsoft? No, it just gets you out, as I said before, like meeting people and just getting like silly little kills, you know, that'll make the day. So I don't know, something with a spoon or something. You run out with a spoon, you stab someone with a spoon.
Yeah. Or a radio aerial. I've seen that been done in the past.
Yeah, or a radio aerial. You know what I mean? It's little things like that. You can have a shit weekend, but something little, or just having a conversation with someone, just makes it.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
I think for one of the things I'm gonna say this, and it relates to him and Dan Wanstall. At the first weekend of the MilSim was the Russian, NATO, and
we got blown up
and Taliban. Was they both got taken out by a box of oranges?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. The old booby
like
trap fruit never goes down well.
The worst thing is, Dad just turned around and was like, "I guess we're dead then." He's like, got an orange peel on his head.
Just dripping off his snout like, oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exploding oranges. Watch out for them. They come after you.
Yeah, no, it's just little things like that make it. I mean, obviously you get the idiots that overkill and light you up, and it's unnecessary. But you know, it is what it is. You can't.
Dale's comment.
Dale's worst bit is watching your teammates try and throw smokes without hitting every tree.
Yeah, Dale, you're not alone there, mate. I've come across that a couple of times as well.
One tree 3 times.
Dale, pick a tree. Not all of them.
That was fucking brilliant. Don't let him throw anything, I tell you.
I think it was at the Octo event that we were all at. What was the site now?
Warzone?
No.
Can't remember now. Something. I can't remember now.
Bugger, I can't remember it. Do apologise to that site that hosted the. No, it wasn't Tuddenham. No, the second.
No, the one we all went to.
Scimitar 2. I can't remember the site now. It's gone.
I can't remember.
Anyhow, Ultimate War Games. That's the kiddie. Yep.
Yes.
And we were at the French fort, and we had to take it because we had to isolate I think it was an oil pump there. We had to isolate, and I can't remember out of the dynamic duo which one it was. It was either there was the threesome, which was Phil, Phil 600 yards, I was one of them too. And they said, I'll pop a smoke. Old Johnny 600. It was either him or Phil. And he said, I'll pop a smoke and we'll in front of the fort. And we can whip round to the left flank. And I was like, okay, yeah, nice, mate. So he pulls his pin out of his smoke, lets it cook for a bit, chucks it, and he's going, oh shit, it's hit the tree. And I looked at him and I looked round and said, there's no trees in front of the fort. I said, how have you hit a fucking tree when the place I wanted you to throw the grenade, there are no trees? He was like, yeah, fair point. I can't remember who it was, but I thought it was Phil or Johnny 600. But yeah, but it's like you said, Danny. It's bits like little comical bits like that makes you laugh, innit? You know.
Yeah, it's just you know what I mean. With Dal, when Dal throws the smoke, pulls it, shakes it, lobs it, it's a tree, and all you hear is "fuck."
Yeah, that happens to everyone all the time. No matter how. When there's that one time you want to get a smoke to land well, and it's just like, nah. that tree just jumps out at you like this. Whoa!
Well, you saw actually a little bit of learning on that. I saw a video on it, and it's because a lot of people are trying to overarm throw them. Like literally, if you just post them, you're going to get more accuracy with that. I mean, obviously you don't get quite the distance, but obviously you lose accuracy with the overarm throw, especially when you're laying on the ground.
The old darts.
So it was advised in this. I'll have to see if I can dig it out, but it was advised that like if you just post it, you're going to get a lot more accuracy with it, and it's going to be a lot more effective. So, top tip there.
Top tip.
There we go.
Something to take away.
There we go.
So, Mike,
Lee Boyd's
you've already
asked a couple
got it there.
questions.
So when you're
Sorry, go on, Liz.
when you're saying you're throwing it like that, it's just like when you're.
I know. I did think that. It's like just.
There's a meme. There's a meme coming.
So Lee Boyd's asked a couple questions. I don't want to look like I'm ignoring him. So Lee says, "What's in the vape, Danny?"
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. He's answered that.
Okay, cool. He also asked, "Is the hobby expensive?" So that's an interesting one. I know Dale's already sort of given it a bit of a response, but how much?
Everything's £50.
Well remembered.
Yeah.
Give that man a cigar.
It's an interesting one though, because
yeah, I mean it could be as expensive or as cheap as you want it to be.
Until they get the email.
Yeah, I mean it could be as expensive or as cheap as you want it to be. I think you know. I mean, there's avenues you can go down. You know, but that's completely personal choice. I think. You know, you'll sort of find your niche. I think you will spend a bit on it because you'll have to spend a bit to sort of find bits that you want to get. You know, you'll make mistakes. You'll get something. You know, I don't like that. You'll sell it on. You'll get something else. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. You know, so it's one of them, mate. Really, it's try it. You might like it.
Have a dabble here and there.
It's not really expensive to start. It's quite cheap if you want it to be to start out.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the problem is
just go out and get the top end Gucci kit and.
Yeah, you sit there browsing Facebook and all these groups that people are going, oh yeah, this has got a sale on, or that's got a sale on. You're like, oh, and then you go on the websites and you add one thing to the basket, and you're just going, oh well, while I'm here, I'll have a little look over here and say, oh, I need a new one of those. Add that to the basket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, flash sale, get 5 for £1. Bosh, that's some. Yeah, let's do it.
That's why you end up buying 60 packets of MOD grade peanut butter.
Damn you, Preppers UK.
I have nothing to offer. Do you want to be?
Yeah, that's your Christmas giveaway sorted.
Yeah, that did freak Danny out, bless him, because at the last event where I was the press, I was like, oh, I'm going to give Danny something. I'm going to make sure I give Danny something. So I gave him a little internet. I'm back.
Oh.
Gave him a little thing of peanut butter, and he was like, "Oh, thanks, Mike."
Yummy.
I think I actually ate it as well. I put it on a biscuit.
You got to make sure with them peanuts, you got to make sure you give them a good squidge up before you open them, because the oil separates and it just like goes like.
Let's get a mouthful of peanut oil.
Yeah.
Lee also asked,
Mike, how do you eat your peanut butter straight out of the sachet?
I literally just squeeze it in, mate.
Do you just?
Hey!
I was waiting for you to go like,
No, I'm not doing that. I'm a squeezer. Lee says, have all of you come from a military background, or is it something you just wanted to do?
No, just something I wanted to do.
I have got no military experience apart from it's an interest of mine. I love watching military stuff, learning about it. I'm a massive history buff, same as my daughter. I've got nothing but admiration and that for the guys that do it, but I couldn't do it, what they do.
No, that's fair play, mate. Fair comment. Absolutely same.
Listen, Wayne. Listen, Danny. I don't know if you're frozen.
Okay, cool.
No, they're still there.
Nothing at all. No. Nothing at all.
Just a hobby.
Tried to join the girl guides.
Yeah. I've got no military background either. I'm actually a civil engineer by trade. I just like camouflage and hiding in the woods.
Nice red bag.
Right, so one of the last few questions come in. James says Danny's straight up sass.
Thanks, bro.
While one of the last questions come in, you can feel free, if you want to get in touch with us, feel free to do so at email at nofochat@hotmail.com. Instagram is November_Foxtrot_Nofo. Facebook is November Foxtrot Nofo, and our YouTube is November Foxtrot. If you don't follow us on YouTube or subscribe, if you wouldn't mind, I just want to get to 100. I think we're at 95 at the moment. I would never ask this again once we hit 100. It's only so we can get our own little unique URL. I won't.
No, you will.
But that'd be cool. And also we have patches for sale still. We are starting to run a little bit low on some of the patches. So if you do want to get any patches, please give us your order, because otherwise you might miss out.
Make sure you put your address on as well. We've got a few no addressy givers.
Yep, please give us the addresses, because otherwise I can't send them to you.
I'm eating ration pack boiler sweets at the moment.
And make sure you specify which poem you want.
Yeah, and it specify if you want good or bad poem. There's 2 poem options.
I've only got good poem written out.
Come on, man, come on.
Bad poem is just
There should
funny.
be free poem.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we do, well, we will do more patches in the future. We'll have a little poem competition, and we can have a little, we can pick the best poem. How's that?
Wayne, you got a bad poem, didn't you?
Bad and the dirty.
No, Wayne got the good
I got
poem.
the good
Everyone got
poem,
the good
but
poem.
you did read me the bad one.
I did read you the bad poem, yeah. I prefer the bad one.
That was funny. I liked it.
Well, Danny, you get the poem when you buy the patches. So now that I've got your Instagram message from like 4 months ago,
Well,
I'll
yeah, that
I'll sort it out for you.
mate. Right.
It's only taken 6 months.
Yeah, if anybody does message us and we don't reply straight away, I apologise. Please just try again. And I'm not ignoring you purposely, I promise. Mike says, I'm ex-military and just love getting back to what I used to do. So
Perfect, yeah, fair play to you, mate.
Cool.
That's off to you.
He also says, in terms of how expensive the hobby is, it's a rabbit hole. You sell your house, your car, your kids, it'll be worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Right, I know we've lost a few viewers, probably because Love Island's come on. So we probably better call it a day. I don't think it's much.
You read that Red Ratty's poem?
Oh, hang on. Roses are red, violets are blue. I see you, Mike, with a red bag. He's trying to murder you.
So the trouble is, right, is this red murder bag, he's brought all of this on himself. This is no outside influence, this is all him.
Don't care.
He's done this. Him.
Well, with that in mind,
On that bombshell.
Further to last week's episode, we will be doing a red bag giveaway. So there will be a. We're not going to call it the murder bag.
Not the
We're
bad
not going
bag.
to call it the red barbie bag.
Why don't you
No,
call it
we're
the
not
love
gonna call it-
bag?
We're going to call it the Santa's Christmas sack.
We're going to call it Mike's Happy Sack.
But there will be a bag giveaway at Christmas as well, for our Christmas
Mike,
episode.
I've got something for you to put in your bag.
Oh, this would be good. Fucking hell.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't, please.
I thought you'd point.
I'm not involved.
So for those on the video watching, Les has just pointed to the red hanging down on the background behind him. It's actually Les's thong, his little posing pouch that he showed us before the episode started. That he decided to, and it's been there the whole episode. We nearly made it through without bringing it up.
Yeah. And on that, and literally on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to end.
So, thanks for joining us. Next week we're going to be discussing future events we've got coming up. And I know I'm going to be going to NAE. Lance, you've got I can't remember your schedule is.
The Arabs event coming up in September.
Yeah, I've got.
And I think I've got another one in October. I think.
Okay, Danny, thanks.
Yep, thanks for that, Dan. Top man, wicked.
And I've also got the AI 500 as well in Dover. So we're going to be talking about that. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and I'll let everyone say goodbye, and we'll see you next week. So say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks also. I should also thank Reaper-1 for joining us as well. So thanks, guys, for coming on. I was going to say thanks for having us on the show. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having we on this. Yes. Lee is here. Bye-bye.
Bye, good. See you soon, you.
Goodbye, yes, me. Thank you, yes.
Yeah.